Okay, so you're at your friend's house and she just had her kitchen redone. All the finishes have been carefully considered. It's stunning. But you're in the space and it feels so different. It feels natural. It feels easy. What you're experiencing is a thoughtful design.
My name is Lisa Santaki. I'm a designer and interior stylist. And if interior design and decor are your thing, hit that subscribe button and follow along.
Today I'm going to be sharing with you my top must-haves for a well-functioning kitchen. The things behind the cabinets that just make your life easier. Let's get into it. Okay, so you're at your friend's house and she just had her kitchen redone. And it looks incredible, but it also feels incredible. And you're looking around and you can see why it looks incredible. I mean, she went with all the top finishes. Premium marble, gorgeous door styles, an incredible kitchen color, and all the finishes have been carefully considered. It's stunning. But you're in the space and it feels so different. It feels natural. It feels easy. And as you're looking at the space, you're thinking, it feels good to be in this space because it looks good, but what else am I feeling? What you're experiencing is a thoughtful design, a design that's been tailored to everyday life. Daily life and habits have been considered. And because of this, the space feels easy to navigate. It feels comfortable. You're in the kitchen and you need to throw something out and you reach for the garbage and it's there, exactly where you thought it would be. But it's not your kitchen. It wasn't designed for you. But it's just designed well. And then you go to grab cutlery to help set the table, and the cutlery is exactly where you thought it would be. Neatly organized, just perfect. A perfectly planned space that makes living and usage easy. It wasn't just the finishes that you were experiencing. It was the ease of use. The stuff behind the cabinetry that made navigating the space and using the space so easy. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 kitchen must-haves, all the little gadgets, inserts, and things that I always try to include into my projects, and I think they are a must-have. Let's get into it. Okay, so number 1, pantry pullouts. These are incredible for a kitchen. They turn what was once a dark cabinet that you would frequently lose items in into something that is extremely useful. The most common pullouts used are actual pullouts where you hold the handle of the front of the door and you pull the entire unit out. These are accessible from either side of the door and it brings everything from the back of the pantry forward. The second type of pullout, also called rollouts. They are a series of drawers that can be included in a pantry, and they range in size anywhere from 4 inches high up to 12 inches high, allowing you to store different height goods within the pantry. Both systems are extremely useful because you don't lose a lot of the items in the back of the pantry. You're not always heading to the grocery store repurchasing things that are at the back of the pantry. They're there, you just can't see them. No more expired goods, no more fighting with the stuff in the front just to get to the back, and no more unloading to get that item and then reloading again. It's a time saver. It's organization, and it's a system that just makes your life easier. Okay, next up, garbage pullouts. absolute must. It keeps all the garbage contained in one area. It allows you to position it in a spot that's close to your main prep and cleaning stations. This is great for when you're prepping, if you're chopping vegetables, if you're preparing food and you need to throw a packaging, everything's right there by the sink area. Also for the cleaning station, which is also your sink area, you have your garbage pullout and your dishwasher and your sink all contained within this area. It's perfect for the sequence of scraping off leftovers, rinsing your dishes, and loading into the dishwasher. From left to right if you're right-handed, and from right to left if you're left-handed. The sequence feels natural, it's easy to use, and it just makes your life easier and it keeps your garbage contained. There are also quite a few different garbage components that also include compost or recycling, or both. If for some reason there isn't enough space to include the garbage pullout on the right side or the left side, you can always position it underneath the sink as well. There are a number of different pullouts that come in a variety of different sizes that make this possible. Okay, next up, cutlery and utensil dividers. These are a must. If you don't have these, you need to go out and get these right now. I'm pretty sure everybody has them, and if you don't, how are you living without these? These keep everything contained in little compartments within your drawer. It stops everything from just floating around and creating an absolute disaster in your drawer. The configuration options are endless. You can adjust sizes, quantities, you name it. It's an absolute must-have in all of my client projects and in my kitchen as well. And it should be a must-have in your kitchen. Okay, so this next one is one of my favorites. And to be honest with you, I don't know if it's something that you really need or if it's just so aesthetically pleasing that it becomes a must for me. It's something that I recommend to all my clients. It's just a full-on experience when you have this. It's a spice drawer. Come on, don't tell me that it's not beautiful. You pull out the drawer, you have all these little glass bottles perfectly labeled, rosemary, thyme, salt. It's just perfect. It's beautiful to look at, it's all organized, it's right there at your range while you're cooking. It's definitely a must-have. This one I'm obsessed with, knife blocks. I love when you pull out the drawer and you have your knives all perfectly organized within the knife block. It keeps the knives off the countertop in those awkward knife block sets of 5 to 7 knives that clutter your countertop, and it keeps them all neatly organized within your drawer. It functions well, it looks good, and it keeps your knives in great condition. Okay, spice pullout. These are true spice pullouts. Sometimes there are oil and vinegar pullouts that are labeled as spice pullouts or called spice pullouts. They're not true spice pullouts, and we'll get to those. I like those as well, but those are more of the larger spice pullouts or oil and vinegar pullouts. We're talking spice pullouts right now. These are narrower pullouts that can be positioned in an upper cabinet or a lower cabinet, and they are specifically designed for the smaller spices, similar to the spice drawer that we just talked about, but instead of having your spice positioned on a slight angle in a drawer that you pull out and look down at, they're vertically, and you will look at the side. Either one of those configurations, spice drawer or spice pullout, works really well. It makes accessing your spices easy, and it keeps them all organized. I prefer the spice drawer over the spice pullout, but depending on the design and the limitations within a design, either one will work. And both are amazing. Okay, so let's talk about the oil and vinegar pullouts. These are usually placed on either side of the range or cooktop. They're a narrow cabinet, not as narrow as the spice pullouts, but narrower than a standard drawer size. You're talking around 7 to 8 inches. They fit all your oils and vinegars. They keep that all organized for you. They are an incredible feature to include in your kitchen, especially by the range. Okay, the next one is an absolute must. Tray dividers. These keep all of your trays, your baking sheets, your cutting boards, your muffin tins, all organized vertically. The alternative would be you stacking all of these items and popping them in a cabinet, or that deep pantry that we were talking about earlier that doesn't have the pullout, or just stacking them in a drawer. And then every time you need to get a muffin tin or a cutting board or a cookie sheet, you're pulling the entire stack out and having to go through it to get exactly what you want and putting it back again. And it's just cumbersome, it's annoying, it's heavy, and nobody wants that. Tray dividers are a simple and easy upgrade. They will make your life so much easier. Keep all your baking sheets and all your cutting boards and all your muffin tins in perfect vertical alignment that's easily accessible for your everyday living. Next would be the detergent pullout. It's usually a pullout that's positioned within the sink cabinet or in a small cabinet beside the sink. Again, 6 to 8 inches in width, sometimes 10 or a bit larger, but never over a foot wide. These pull out and usually have a detachable caddy that you can store all your soaps, detergents, and a dish towel and walk around the house cleaning whatever you need to clean and then popping it back into place. They may not be the #1 must-have, but they're definitely a great addition to any kitchen. They keep all your cleaning supplies neat and organized. They make it easy to access everything you need in that one caddy, so you can carry it around your house, do your cleaning, and come back and pop it back into place. Okay, the last one is a 50-50 for my clients. Some love it, some hate it. I'm mentioning it because I think it's worth the mention. Specialized cutting boards. Have you ever seen these cutting boards that are positioned over the garbage component and they have a hole cut out? For some people, this is a must. You're able to chop and prep right on this cutting board and then scrape everything into that little hole and it falls right into the garbage receptacle below. The alternative to this would be chopping at your cutting board in a different location and having to carry that large cutting board to the garbage, scraping everything off, and possibly dropping some of the scrapings on the floor. This customized cutting board keeps everything contained within that garbage area, making your life a little bit easier. Those are my top picks. Hopefully this is helpful for when you're planning your next kitchen reno. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe.